Now, how's
Hello.
everybody doing? It's Leejay and Melissa. Maybe you can get it ready
It's
to
really hot
share.
in here. Do you want to open the window?
Sure.
Okay. Let me share.
Yeah. So, um, yes, we have some exciting news. But before that, thanks a lot to those who just recently followed us on this Facebook page, and some very interesting things to share with you guys. Uh, Many of our for some reason many of the inquiries right now are coming from the Philippines, and I just wanted to tell you guys, yes, you can also join this business no matter where you are in the world. Okay.
Yes.
Um, I spoke to several business owners as well in the Philippines, that has experience in traditional business, and they're kind of like anxious of getting into uh, the business that we're in right now. But let me tell you, I know you can do it, right? I was also on the same boat. Um, having to have a different experience, a different background going into the digital space is kind of nerve wracking. But don't worry, there is a solution to it. There is a training
Yes.
system. So
Yes.
I got your back. At the same time, I know that you can do it. If I can do it, if many of these individuals that are, uh, you know, uh, individuals from all walks of life can do it, I know that you can do
Mm-hmm.
it too. Okay? And I
Yes.
believe in you. So you know who you are, especially to the ones that I talked to earlier. Um, People that are anxious because they have some technology uh
Mm-hmm.
challenges or anything like that. If you know how to reach out to us on
Yes.
Facebook or on YouTube, uh that's it. That's probably the bare minimum standards of technology you need to use in order to learn this business. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you got this. You're gonna be amazing on this business. Okay. Anyways, that's not what we're living today. Actually,
Yeah.
um, the purpose of this live is just to share you guys some of our experience, from our 2 month trip, and how do we feel, and how do we feel coming back?
Yes.
Uh,
So it's been a week now that we are back in Canada. So those of you who don't know, we were on a 2 month travel
mhm.
a week ago. A week ago,
A week ago now, yeah.
in the western side of the United States. So we went from Montana, then down to Idaho, then Utah, Arizona, then the highlight was in California. And then after California, we oh, Nevada.
We went to
Nevada was a
Nevada,
yes.
yeah, and Las Vegas.
Yes, before California, we went to Nevada. We stayed there for 2 weeks in Las Vegas, and then we went back.
Uh,
Oh my gosh, how do you feel?
I feel like the week just went so fast.
Yes, like it,
Uh,
it didn't feel like it's 2 months.
it
Like
didn't feel
it
that at
feel
all.
like it was just a few weeks,
Yeah.
like 3 weeks.
and and going back and sitting here in front of the computer, and starting to do some heavy work, I realized that you know it could have been better if we have some friends and family with us, right? Could have been better if you guys are
Yes.
traveling with us as well. And I guess that's why we are so passionate about making this work, and working the online space, and working a business in a business like this, because we wanted to share the same opportunity with everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter
Yes.
what country you are, if you're a friend, if you're an acquaintance, if you're a
Yes.
family. We wanted to share you some of the amazing opportunities out there. Okay.
Yeah. And there are
um,
so many reasons that people can the reasons why they do businesses like this. like for us, we want to have more time with the kids, and we want to, just be more present with them in terms of being with them in terms of dropping them off in school or picking them up or being at home, just being with them because we have such young kids that we felt that they need more of their parents than anybody.
Mm.
And so that's why we jumped into the business, is because of our family, because of our kids. And for those of you who don't know, we have three kids:
Mm-hmm.
8-year old, 6-year old, and a 10-month old.
Mm-hmm.
And everything that we do is for them. And and that's why when we went to travel in the United States, it's mostly for their experiences. We want something for them to talk about, right? And for anybody who is looking for a business opportunity, like this one, you really got to look at your reasons on why you are looking for something like this,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whether it's for extra income or extra um, income to travel, to spend more time with the kids, or earn that extra income to pay the bills,
Yeah.
anything.
They
Yeah,
start with that. Like
yeah.
most of the people that I talk to, uh, they start by just saying that I just really want to
Mm-hmm.
pay the bills. They work at a very high job, for example, high paying job, and they 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 live in a comfortable lifestyle, and
Yes.
but at the end of the month, the end of their paycheck, it seems like there's no, there's nothing left.
Yeah, like, oh, is there somebody in the door? There was somebody who
I think
doorbell.
somebody's in the door. Okay.
Can you see in the camera
Yeah, I
who is?
think somebody wants to move the truck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so they're doing construction outside. They're building the park right beside our house. So I think they're just trying to ask us to move the truck because it's quite a big truck right in the road. So I think they let me see. Yeah. Yeah, so some of the places that we went to in the US was the Lower Antelope Canyon. That's where there was a cave. We went inside. There was a tour that you have to be in because they won't just let you go inside by yourself. So somebody has to be with you because it's pretty a deep cave, and it's beautiful. And Leejay has been saying the whole time was every time you take pictures on every angle, it feels like it's a perfect angle, right? I was talking about the Lower Antelope Canyon.
Oh yeah, lower antelope.
Yeah. And then there was the Zion National Park, was really beautiful too. It's in Utah, and you kind of just enter the national park, and then you see all this beautiful huge mountains
Mm-hmm.
that is in red in red in color, which is, for us, it's unique, right? Because in Canada, all the mountains that you see are green,
Gray,
gray,
blue.
blue.
This is the
And to see
reflection. Yeah.
the red mountains, it's pretty, pretty beautiful.
Right.
Right.
It is a majestic kind
Yeah.
of like feeling when you're in it. Um, and yeah, it's beautiful places.
Yes.
That's why we feel kind of like we want to go back, right? Well,
Yeah.
let's go back. But there's a lot of challenges working on the road.
Yes.
One of which is internet connection.
Yes.
We weren't really ready on the internet connection part. We
Yes.
thought that our cell phones would just,
Be enough.
be enough, but we couldn't live like this because there's no stable connection.
Yeah.
We couldn't do Zoom calls or stable, video
Yeah.
calls
Yes.
with some potential business partners. So it was
Yes.
really difficult for us to, to operate that way.
Yes.
But
Like,
nonetheless, it's, we'd love to go back. If it's not for the kids also school,
yes, we would have been
yeah, we would have
there
been there
for
for
a
longer for
longer
sure.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, the other thing that I really want to share to you guys is, people ask us, was it difficult, right? Was it difficult the entire trip, right? And that they say that we were really lucky because um, there's no interruptions, there's no mechanical issues.
yes.
Um, I would say that it's more of a blessing from God that He'd allow us to do that trip without any interruptions. I mean,
Yeah.
um, I was worried a lot when we were driving in Las Vegas area, in the desert area, because there's a lot of tire blowouts, and you
Mm-hmm.
kind of see them all over
Yeah,
the
the road.
highway.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time we had this tire pressure or tire temperature and pressure monitoring system on our rig, and the entire time I was monitoring it because I was so scared that we might get a blowout, right, of tires.
Yes, because it's so hot in there. When we were there, the temperature went up to 50 degrees Celsius, and that
Mm-hmm.
in Fahrenheit, that's about
115,
115.
yeah,
Yeah,
ish,
and it was so hot, guys.
or
When we
120s probably.
It was so hard to go outside of the car because in the car you have the air conditioner on,
Yeah.
right? But when you go outside, it feels like you're in an oven. It's like
It probably feels
something's
this
cooking you.
probably this feels the same way in the Philippines or in in the desert in UAE, right?
Yes.
Somewhere in Dubai.
Yeah.
Um, but from us coming from Canada, cold country, and then going
Yeah.
in there is like a shock to our system. So the entire time I was just nervous that maybe something mechanical is gonna pop, or
Yeah.
or our rig is gonna get overheated, anything like that.
Yes. Yeah.
It's nerve wracking, but you know what? It's in God's control, and God's
Yes.
watching over us, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, thank God none of those
none of
happened.
those happen. Yeah.
We felt like we were really guided
Mm.
in the whole trip. We were so grateful for that safe
Yeah. Safe
trip.
passage.
Yeah.
Um, how do we feel about it? Yeah, I feel personally I want to do it again. I really want to do it again. This
Yeah.
time traveling the eastern part of U.S.
Yes. Going to
Um,
Florida.
yeah, going to
Yes.
Florida, and
Yes.
I feel kind of blessed as well that we're able to do it. Feel kind of like grateful,
Yes.
just because to have the opportunity to do that is incredible,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And yeah, now we're back. We have today we have over what
So we
40.
we put our ads back. So if you've seen us in our ads, hello. We are here live.
um, yes,
uh,
we are real people. I spoke to somebody who asked me, who told me that I was really looking into getting into online business, but I'm looking for real people, right? Because
yes.
one time he got scammed
Yes.
$4,000 out of his pocket
Mm-hmm.
from, not to say, but Bitcoin cryptocurrency investments, and and he couldn't do anything about it, right?
Yeah.
So I was telling him that we are real people now here. We are, we're a
Mm-hmm.
family that's running a business.
Mm-hmm.
I look at it as not just a couple, but we
Mm-hmm.
run this business as a
As a
family,
family. Yeah.
because eventually, all these things that we build is the legacy, right? That we're gonna leave for our children, and
Mm-hmm.
that's also what I want to share to a lot of people out there.
Mm-hmm.
Leejay, can I pass this on to my children when they grow up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you can, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
there are ways where a lot of these systems that we're building are all automated, and later on checks are just going to come out of nowhere
Yeah.
as an automated checks, right? Or a system,
Yeah.
and those can be written under your kid's name, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can open up an account where checks are just coming in, $5,000 per month,
Mm-hmm.
being to your children.
Yes.
So, you know, we were just watching some of the
Uh-huh.
coaching videos that
Yeah.
our new coaching videos that we
Yes.
released recently, and I'm just so inspired, right? I'm
Yes.
just so
Yeah.
inspired on how the business have evolved
Yes.
into this now,
Yes.
because to be able to have five streams of income, to
Mm-hmm.
be able to have two of the major industries that we're working with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is uh, you know which is a multi-billion-dollar industry
Yeah.
that you, as a business owner, have no problem tapping in, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting because when Melissa and I, when we were trying to build this online business thing, uh, we're trying to build it from scratch, right?
Yes.
Like we
Yeah.
tried to create courses,
Yes.
we tried to learn how to create courses,
Yeah.
um, and
And
build the product,
yeah,
right?
once we went in, we saw how hard it is. There was this monthly payments that you have to do
Yeah,
for your funnel, for your email marketing systems,
yeah,
and and you have to build it yourself. It's not
right,
like somebody is going to build it for you.
yeah,
You have to build everything by yourself. And not only that, that's the marketing part. You also have to build your own product, which is, at that time, our product was the courses. And and it was a lot of work because oh my gosh, I was just thinking about it again.
I think you just gotta,
Yeah.
yeah, you just gotta really experience
Yes. How.
how it's
Yeah.
like in order to appreciate the business that we're in. And we're
Yes.
so glad that we did that we actually experienced how to build it from scratch.
Yes.
um, and the reason why I mentioned that is a lot of people that I talked to, like what I said
Mm-hmm.
earlier, are business owners, right? And
Yes.
many of them have been affected by the pandemic,
Yes.
and and they're trying to make a way out of this,
Mm-hmm.
you know, uh, financial ruin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's just call it that because
Yeah.
it is what it is, right? Your
Yeah.
business is hit because of the pandemic. You can't get
Mm-hmm.
back up.
Mm-hmm.
You are on the brink of financial ruin.
Yes.
So they want to be able to find a system out there that is already ready built,
Mm-hmm.
ready to go, right?
Yeah.
Um, and if you are looking for that, right? If
Yes.
you're looking to build a system on your own and start from scratch, no problem, right?
Yes.
We can fully support you on that.
Yes.
But we were also in a position where we were fed up. We don't like
Yeah, like
we're
we just
tired
want
of doing
to
that. Yeah,
do the marketing
yeah,
because that's the part that we really love to do.
exactly.
And we just want to talk to people about it. We just
Hmm.
want to talk to clients.
That's right. That's the part that's exciting to us,
Yes.
right? Just uh, talk to people,
Yes.
inspiring people to do this, coaching them, mentoring them.
Yes.
Um, I guess the line of thought that I have is that if you're a business owner out there as well,
Yes.
even in the Philippines, North America, Europe, wherever you
Mm-hmm.
are right now, um, and uh, and you know that you want to diversify and
Yes.
you want to have a maybe a plan B or plan C out from your original business.
Yes.
Maybe this is it, right? Maybe this is something you want to take a look at.
Mm-hmm.
There's a dentist in our community, right, where she 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 shares that the scary part of having a practice like that is going on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that, guys. She's a dentist. She's making a
Oh
quarter
yes.
million dollars a
Yeah.
year, $300,000 a year, and she's scared of going on vacation. Why? Because nobody would take care of the practice if she's not there,
Yeah.
right? She was knocking on dentist doors, on other dentist doors,
Mm-hmm.
to cover some of her patients because
Yes.
she's afraid that when she's not there, that the patients need to be taken care of.
Yes.
They're gonna lose a patient, right?
Yeah.
And and that pushed her into looking into plan B, something that she can run
Yeah.
even when she's on vacation, right?
Yes.
Which is exactly what we did, right? On
Yes.
this trip. um, yes, we weren't running 100% at that time,
Yes.
but at least we were, we were there,
Yes.
uh, being able to monitor things, right?
Yes.
And to respond quickly to those to the emergency ones, for example.
Yes.
So to me, I'm like, that totally makes sense for people
Mm-hmm.
that are in that practice, right? If
Mm-hmm.
you're a mechanic, for example, and if you have a
Yeah.
shop,
Yeah.
and you didn't want to lose on those sales, right?
Yes.
When you go on vacation, maybe transitioning into a business model like this would help a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
To get your life back, to
Yes.
get what you deserve as a professional that's been working for the last 10 years, 15
Yes.
years in their industry. Um, and if you're seriously looking,
Mm-hmm.
into a business model where you can just plug and play, right,
Mm-hmm.
and ready to market. um, Melissa and I love looking at the numbers this morning because there's a few inquiries that came through. There's some campaigns that we're running right now that are incredibly well,
Yes.
and we're so happy to see that, and we're so happy seeing the results of people
Mm-hmm.
reaching out and people trying to make sense of it, right?
Yes.
um, and I guess the point of this is that this is all happening, right? Because we're now realizing after the trip that we've done, right,
Mm-hmm.
how important and how valuable this particular opportunity is. This
Mm-hmm.
opportunity, right? For a lot of people, we've seen the western side. I mean, 2 months is not enough to see the
Yes.
entire
Yeah.
western side of the U.S.
Yes. We only seen 8 states.
Right.
There's a lot more states
A
in
lot
there.
more states and a lot
Yeah.
more things to see in each of the states.
Yes.
Um, and we're able to realize really how this world is fast evolving when it comes to the business that you run, the money and how it actually evolves, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
we were in Las Vegas, and a
Yeah.
$2,000 pocket money, right, is gone in 2 days, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, or in Disney,
Disney. Oh my God.
right? A water bottle at Disney Park is about $5, right?
Yes.
ten
That's a
dollars for the
small
1
one.
liter. That's a small one. $10 for the big one. Um, so all of this are realizations of us
Yes.
seeing the reality of it, right? That
Mm-hmm.
you really want to enjoy life to the fullest. You really want to enjoy what God has given you, the blessings and everything. Number one, you got to be healthy, right? Number two
Mm-hmm.
is you got to be wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Those are the only uh,
Yeah.
thing that you need to do, right? Um, and you know, and life is too short, guys. Right? Life
Yeah.
is too short in a way that um, we deal with some of the baby boomers as well, people that are in their retirement age, and they mentioned that even though I'm retiring, I know that the income that I'll be producing is not gonna be enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
um, and going back to the reality now, I feel that you know that we're also in the same boat if we don't act, right?
Yeah, like especially when you have young kids, eventually they're gonna be going to school. They're gonna need education
Mm-hmm.
funds for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we really had to look for some opportunities on how we can pay that off beforehand, so they don't have to go to student loans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, and those are the things that are possible, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leaving a legacy for your kids, or even just starting the very obvious reasons why you want to be in a business, right? Which is
Yes.
to make money. To make money to what? To pay the bills,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or to save up, or to pay
Yeah.
off your debts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Many people out there, according to statistics, especially North America, you know, um, a lot of North Americans are just $500 away from bankruptcy, right?
Yeah.
Meaning, if there was an emergency and they couldn't afford, and the emergency is worth $500, they could end up bankrupt, right? Because of
Mm-hmm.
how fragile it is nowadays in this society, and how to earn
Yes.
money. So this is an opportunity, right? This is a system that is built in for all walks of life, for all people out there, whether or not you're, a high income earner, or you're, you're you you're in a service type of work, and you have two, three jobs out there, that you're barely keeping up, right? That's okay as well, right? We have fantastic coaches in the industry that can provide different options, right, for you to afford starting a business like this, right? Um, there was also a sharing out there for people that started traditional business, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the biggest expense that they have is rent,
Yeah.
right? Going to the
Yeah.
office, say for example, you're a dentist, right,
Mm-hmm.
and or a mechanic, right?
Yeah.
Your rent
Yeah.
is probably what, $20,000, right?
Yeah.
Just to rent, say, a shop, a mechanic shop,
Mm-hmm.
and that alone you need to get back while you're
Yeah.
working, right? Well,
Mm-hmm. You also need to pay yourself, kind of thing.
mhm.
That's a
Truck
lot of
drivers, for
overhead.
example, we have
Yeah,
a
there was
truck
a truck
driver.
driver. Mm-hmm.
Before you even start truck driving, you need to have a truck, which would mean you need to owe about $300,000 from the bank, right?
Yes.
And that the payments on that will probably be between $5,000 to $7,000 per month, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you need to have insurances that are $15,000
Yes.
per month,
Yes.
per year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then repairs and
Yeah,
bills.
maintenance,
Tires for the
everything.
truck are worth $7,000, right?
Yeah.
A set of tires.
Yeah.
So a lot
And
of
plus, you
this,
have to be in the truck and use the truck to earn a living.
yeah, because if you're not in the truck is not gonna be working by itself,
Yeah.
and therefore you're not gonna have any sales, right?
And there was a moment when the truck driver was saying that he wouldn't be, like, in 3 months, he wouldn't be seeing his family for 3 months or months and months,
That is
you
right.
know.
Yeah. So months and months that they're on the road and they don't even see their family. Yes,
Yes.
they have revenue, right? They have a quarter
Yes.
million dollar revenue, $300,000 revenue, but
Yeah.
almost, half of it, or more than half of it, goes to expenses, right?
Expenses.
Goes
Yeah.
into truck payments, or insurances and
Yeah.
repairs if you have a transmission go,
Mm-hmm.
right, or an engine blew out or something like that. All of those, all of the overheads just keeps piling up, right?
Yeah.
To the point that, is it worth it, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is your worth? Is
Yeah.
is the is the time being away from the family worth it, right? Those are the
Yeah,
questions
like
that, yeah.
missing out a lot on memories. Yeah, that's what we were. That's
Right.
what we they were really.
It's interestingly enough, when we were driving, we saw a lot of truck
Yeah,
drivers,
yeah, yeah.
um, and it's one. I think it was Walmart truck, thing that says in the back of it. It says, minimum wage for truck driver is $97,000,
Yes.
right? Or an average wage for truck driver, $97,000 a year.
Mm.
Come work with us, right? It says
Yeah.
right there. And I kept thinking, yeah, $97,000, but 90% of the time you're outside, right? And that's why I
Yeah.
have a lot of respect with truck drivers. You
Yeah.
know, we have a lot of respect with them. You guys do amazing job.
Mm-hmm.
um, and they're the lifeline, the lifeblood of the
Yes. Yeah.
logistics, right? Without
Mm-hmm.
them, we couldn't have these groceries that we have
Yes.
and
Yeah.
things like that. But at the same time, when you as a truck driver has been doing it for the last 30 years,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's time to retire. Maybe it's time to
Yes.
say goodbye to the wheels and
Yes.
actually get back
Your
to your
life,
family, to your
yeah.
life,
Mm-hmm.
see the world, right?
Yeah.
Travel or whatever the thing that you need, that you want,
Yeah.
buy I don't know, an acreage and plant vegetables
Yeah.
in your garden, you
Yeah.
know, um,
Yeah.
whatever it is that you want, right? Maybe an option like this, an online business like this, is an avenue for you to retain the income that you're used to getting, right?
Mm-hmm.
um, in other words, instead of paying those overheads,
Mm-hmm.
those 10,000, $15,000 a month overhead, right? Why not just make $50,000 or
Mm-hmm.
$100,000 a month, right? And maybe spend $10,000 in advertising, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that could be the overhead. Another $2,000 for your internet or whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So $2,000 for internet seems a lot, but you
Yeah.
know,
You mean
uh,
housing only?
yeah. But then
Like,
again, you know what I mean, right? Like you still
yeah.
be retaining a lot after those expenses, right?
Yeah.
So that's a lot for you guys to to unpack. Um,
Uh,
the live session today was just to sit down and talk about how we feel after a
mhm.
week back from a 2 month trip. Um,
Oh,
the kids love it because they're able to play with their cousins, with their friends,
yes.
um,
Yeah. They
and
said they really miss their friends, cousins.
right.
Yeah.
It's actually the first time that they
That
haven't seen.
they're,
Yeah,
yeah. It's the
that
first time that
they were
been,
away.
yeah,
Yeah.
away for a long time.
So, thanks a lot, guys, for watching. And for those of you that are new to this Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
welcome. Right? I know there's gonna be a lot of you guys out there that's wondering, is this legit? Are these people legit? Yes, we are real. We are real people. You can reach out to us. We can
Mm-hmm.
have a conversation. We can talk to the phone. Um, and for those of you business partners or business owners out there that are seriously looking into diversifying their portfolio, diversifying their business,
Mm-hmm.
look into this, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
because uh, it's an opportunity for you. Number one, to earn a skill, right? Number two, to multiply more of your hard of your
Hard earned
hard earned
money.
uh, wealth, right? So let's put
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
All right. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching, and for those of you who has been with us since the beginning, the start of this Facebook page. Thank you very much for your support, and I hope we continue to inspire you, to educate, and to entertain you. And we hope that someday somehow we're gonna be working together very soon. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot,
Okay.
guys.